Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. And especially, I hope that you guys are safe from the effects of the hurricane. So, today I'm going to do a requested reading, and the comment is: as you know, the recent hurricanes in the United States have been unprecedented. One meteorologist was quoted as saying about Hurricane Milton, "This is nothing short of astronomical. I'm at a loss for words to meteorologically describe the storm's small eye and intensity. This hurricane is nearing the mathematical limit of what Earth's atmosphere over this ocean water can produce." My question is, will this finally convince Republicans, and more importantly, Republican politicians, that we have to do something about climate change? Will it help or hurt Democrats in the upcoming elections? Or will it actually do the opposite by driving religious zealots even further into their delusions? I know people who are claiming that the hurricanes are God's punishment for the evil Dems and abortion. Similarly, some right-wing conspiracy theorists claim that the Dems are planting hurricane-making machines, whatever that means, in the ocean in order to further their evil climate change agenda. What will be the political response to climate change moving forward? So let's start with the first question. Will this finally convince Republicans, and especially the Republican politicians, that we have to do something about climate change? Okay, so on this side we have the Republicans and the circumstances, the outside influences. Okay, so let's see. The Republicans, generally, both the politicians and the normal people, the voters. Okay, Ten of Cups, the Emperor, Strength, and the Ace of Swords. Let's see, the Star, Ten of Swords. Okay. All right, so on this side here for the Republicans, I see both the politicians and people who are either in positions of power or aspire to get to these positions of power. And we also have the whole party with the voters and everything, the collective. With the Strength card, I see this in the context of this reading as stubbornness, resisting change, not wanting to accept certain things. But then we have this Ace of Swords, and this can symbolize awareness, clarity, knowing. So, it could be that some of these politicians, they already know that it's real, but maybe they are intentionally deceiving people because they have certain interests and agendas. And on this side here, for the external circumstances or influences, well, with the Ten of Swords, we see this like the devastating effect of the climate change. This can be also a symbol of death, a lot of people dying, losing their lives, losing their livelihoods. It's devastation. And then with a star, this can be seen as like a long-term planning. This has been a long-term issue that maybe we shouldn't have treated it like this. Maybe we should have treated this as something urgent, but we haven't collectively, because this is complacency. This is also greed, satisfaction with oneself. So this could be also not just the people collectively, but also certain companies or certain people that benefit and do not want to lose their comforts and privileges and wealth and the way that they're living. It's because this is inaction. It's like this guy sitting down with arms crossed. It's like not doing anything. He's content in his position. He doesn't want to sacrifice, take responsibility. And with the Six of Swords, this is about transition, change. We're navigating these rough waters, but we're not going towards calmer waters. We're heading towards more disasters, more devastation. So this is the situation. And despite things being clear and evident, there's still this stubbornness here, especially on the part of the Republicans and people who tend to be conservative. Resistance to change, resistance to accept certain things. And I'm gonna do one more, actually two. I'm gonna do two spreads at the same time, one for the politicians and one for the collective. And let's ask, in the future, will they change? Will they finally be convinced that something needs to be done? Will they accept that this is a reality? Okay, so on this side, we're going to have the politicians, the Republicans. So we're addressing them. Okay. And then on this side, we're going to have the voters. The party is a collective. Okay, so let's see the politicians. This is their side, and these are the outside circumstances. Okay, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, no, the King of Pentacles. Oy, big money. Pressure on them. They're like collaborating, working together, cooperating, but let's see. The Death card. Let's see the outside circumstances. Ten of Pentacles. This is again, I see this as the collective, the people. Oh, there are a lot. People will be upset, and not just not Republicans. This is the rest of the people. They're going to demand the laws and the rules and the something to change here within the, because I see this as rules, order, regulations, something like this. Again, this is like an energy for postponement, and then this where you have the Seven of Swords. Okay. All right, so I'm afraid that the politicians, the Republican politicians, will still prioritize the big money, They will prioritize the economy and the money above everything else. And with the Death card, this could be despite the devastation, despite deaths, despite changes that are coming and that there's no way we're going back to how things were. Despite everything, I think they will still prioritize this, the money. And there's pressure on them from certain people. And on this side, the rest of people who are not Republicans necessarily, they will be angry. They will get angry. But there's also, you have your saboteurs. Because for instance, in Germany, Russians infiltrated in the Green Party, and they are infiltrated usually in the Green parties, as a way to sabotage the country. And Germany closed their nuclear facilities where they produced energy so that they can depend on the Russian gas. And now they're opening coal mines, so it's worse. So we also have to be mindful of this. There are saboteurs, there are bad actors that they're infiltrating all these organizations and activists and parties, and they're manipulating them. And a lot of these people act in good faith, but it's just that they are misled, manipulated somehow to sabotage their own countries. Something similar is happening right now here in Romania, where our version of the FBI, it's called DICOT, they opened a criminal investigation into Greenpeace and many other organizations because they are systematically sabotaging our energy development. They're opposing us constructing our nuclear reactors. They're opposing us and trying to stop us from exploiting our natural gases in the Black Sea. So now DICOT, or our FBI, they're looking into them to see what connections and links they have with the Russian Federation. So yeah, we should care about our natural world and our environment and everything, but we also have to pay attention to this aspect, to these problems, because there are bad actors that they're butting in everywhere and see how they can benefit. All right, so now let's see on this side. So these are the politicians, and now this is the party in general, the voters. Yeah, the strength, the resistance, the stubbornness. Page of Wands. It's like children, like petulant children, both this and this, like has this youthful energy, and this is also connects to the past, nostalgia. So it's like they don't want to let go of the old world. They don't want to accept change. And the Ace of Pentacles. Now let's see. The Magician, the Emperor. This will be the rulers, the people that are in the position to make certain decisions. Between, yeah, so the climate change deniers, the hardcore ones, are not likely to change their minds from this energy. I'm seeing stubbornness, still stuck in the past. Still with the Ace of Pentacles, the money is more important, the economy is more important for them. With the Page of Wands, usually this is about learning and openness, but it can also have this aspect of being superficial, not fully understanding something, not being like a child, not wanting to grow up and accept reality. They're kind of like stuck in a fantasy here. They rather believe all these lies and all these fabricated ideas than accept reality. And you know, from these cards here with the Magician and the Emperor, these are the leaders, the people that are in the position to make decisions, and I feel like they will be forced here to make a decision that will bring a radical change. Here with the hangman, this can be a symbol for a huge transformation, a huge change. And these people will be resistant to these changes. So this might be also like the democratic leaders that might have to take certain decisions. But if it was just up to the Republicans, I see them prioritizing this. The money, the economy, I don't know, maybe there are certain wealthy people with certain interests that it would harm them. And that's why we see them butting in here, trying to influence how things are done. But on this side, I see these leaders that they're aware that now we have to completely change and will be forced to make this decision as a humanity. But change is coming nonetheless. Whether we make changes here to mitigate the impact and to change things, maybe we should be aware and prepare for what's coming, because it's coming. There's no way we can stop this. Okay, now let's see the other question. Let's use the Osho deck for this one. So everything that happened now with the hurricanes, will this help or hurt Democrats in the upcoming election? What will be the effect? Okay, so these are the Democrats, and these are the external circumstances and influences. All right. Hey, Ten of Swords. I think it might success here. Yeah, this is the devastation, and this might drive some people to, yeah, just the creator. This is the King of Wands, action, and the Three of Cups. Okay, now let's see the circumstances. The source. This is power, energy. It's also about new. The maturity, another ace. The miser. Four of Pentacles. This could be about protecting something. Liability. And the adventure. The Page of Pentacles. So, you know, I think it does help the Democrats, because they have here the success and the celebration. I'm not sure if it makes too much of a difference, but I think it does make some difference. And with the aces here, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, this could be certain people accepting this new reality, these new ideas. And maybe some of them are willing to understand. The Page of Pentacles is about learning, growing, evolving, developing. So, yeah, the conclusion from this, generally, I feel like it does help some people. Maybe not the hardcore climate change deniers, but maybe there are some people that are like on the fence about it. It might help them, push them towards the Democrats, because they see how devastating it is, and these are the only people that are willing to actually take action and do something. Okay, now let's see the last question. What will be the political response to climate change moving forward. What can we expect in the near future from our politicians? Will they actually try to do something in this aspect? All right, so let's see. These are the politicians. 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, a 4 of Swords, and the Page of Swords. This is the Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the Devil. Conditioning doesn't look great. So on this side we have the 7 of Pentacles, and this has been something that began many years ago, and it's an ongoing process, and it's the idea of the seeds that we planted. We will get those fruits of what we planted. It's like what we put out into the world, it'll come back to us. So it's karma in a way. It takes time, and because it's not something that was threatening for us the next day, it wasn't something that we treated with urgency. We kept postponing, and we're still doing it. And I see that there will be a lot of talk, a lot of promises, a lot of, because with all these swords, the Queen of Swords, the Page of Swords is the mind, chatter, speaking. It's kind of like useless. The clouds, see a lot of clouds here. They're not grounding. They're not action. They're not like really doing enough or doing what's necessary. I can see promises, or it's still in this realm of ideas. So it's clear here. Postponement, it's brewing, it's building up, it's building, and it's gonna explode here with the source. This is the Ace of Wands. It's gonna come in full force, but collectively I still see us in bondage, not willing to accept change, not willing to accept that it's a reality, and maybe they're gonna try to find all sorts of reason that, oh, it's not man-made. It's because see, with this resisting, this guy here is like still holding on to this position that the machine is crushing down, everything is crumbling, but it's still hanging on, stubborn to his position, not wanting to give up. And we see the Devil card, the conditioning, the bondage, and also this cage here. It's also like in a bondage. Like we could do something, the bird could get out of the cage and fly, but no, it's just like sits in the cage. It's still not wanting to accept the reality. And then we have the conditioning here, the bondage, the rope, stuck, trapped because of our own immaturity and collective inability to accept responsibility and do the necessary changes. And this is not just the West, this is the whole world, because like what's the point if we're making changes in the West and we're making all sorts of regulations and rules, if China and Russia and India and all these countries get to pollute to their heart's content, what's the point? We're one planet. Like everyone has to cooperate, everyone has to participate in this. And I'm afraid we're gonna find resistances. They're not willing to accept and understand. They're gonna come with excuses that The West developed, now it's our time to develop. You produced the damage, now you have to suffer, but like they're not taking an accountability that continuing to pollute, it's not gonna make things better for them. So I'm afraid we're trapped in this, with at least what I see in the cards. It's a lot of bondage, resistances, postponing, continuing to postpone. It's all in the realm of ideas and talk, but not much action. Not, at least not enough, not at the right time. Although we've seen in the previous spread that with the magician and the emperor, that and the hangman, I could see that they will make choices. They will be forced to make certain choices when with that Two of Wands. But I'm not sure if it's enough. I'm not sure if those choices, whatever changes they're making, I'm not sure if they're gonna be fast enough. Because the hangman, whilst yeah, it can represent change, it can also sometimes see that energy as stuck. So maybe we're gonna be stuck for longer than we need. Let me pull some more cards to get some more clarification on that. What will they do? What will they decide? Yeah, the justice, they will have to. They will be forced. This is the justice card, so it's laws, new rules, new regulations. So yes, we can expect changes like this, but I'm afraid it's not enough. And as I said, even if one country takes all the decision, what's the point if all the other are unwilling and resisting? So it doesn't look that great, judging from these cards. Despite some new rules and new laws and certain changes, I'm afraid it's not going to be enough, and we're still in this energy of postponing, and it's building. Yeah, so this is what I could see for this reading. It's a big problem because it's not depending on one country or one continent even. It depends on all of us. And I think that's going to be the tougher obstacle to break. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate all of you. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.